uh, mm, uh, mm, Dalia Mujahid, she have no problem to even go to a TV station running by a convicted Muhammad Harras, which is a convicted jihadist. He's her brother in law, or brother in the law of Allah, of the Quran and Islam. He's her brother. As Obama is her brother. They're all one family. And she's telling the people there, the other lady, that as a matter of fact, not only the Muslim in America, but American, you have no problem for Muslim to practice Sharia, Islamic law. Don't you love it when you watch Imam Faisal Abdul Rauf, when he speak about the 5 point of jihad, the 5 point of Sharia, Islamic law, and he said Islamic law fit perfectly with the Constitution of America. Freedom of religion. Excuse me? Freedom of religion. Islam says the only religion accepted by Allah is Islam. And if you don't believe in it, we kill you. Freedom of religion. I wish I can have a debate with this man to show that he is a liar. He is a big fat liar, and he is not a mother. He is an imam, for heaven's sake. This is a man who memorized the Quran, which we're just reading verses from. He memorized the entire book. He have not read it last month in Ramadan. He recited from his mind, from his head. By heart, he memorized it. He can tell you every verse in the Quran. And somehow, some of the media look at him as a moderate Muslim. Hey, he's building bridges between Muslim and America. Let him build the mosque in ground zero. Building bridges. Yeah. He's building a victory house to remember always the 3,000 who were killed by his follower and his brothers. This is a man who preach and teach what Allah command Muslims to do in the Quran, to kill you, American. And he's a build bridges. And he's telling the American, why you are mad at me to build the mosque? I'm building this mosque for your children. Yeah. When all the Americans become Muslims, they're going to go pray in this mosque. And other mosques they built all over this country. But Dalia Mujahid said, you, American, have no problem to practice Sharia, Islamic law. Do you know what is in the Sharia? Do you know what in Islamic law? I mean, people say, oh, I hear some people say, cutting the hand of the thief. That's bad. I said, that's the least I worry about. I would love every person who commit a crime and steal my house, steal my car, to have his hand cut. Maybe we'll not have anybody steal anymore. Or some people say, well, they're going to make all the women covered. Well, I don't have any problem for women to get covered even. We as Christians should be dressed modesty. We don't have to worry about walking naked in the street or get covered. Sharia, Islamic law, is literally the death of your children and your grandchildren. That is 9-5. And by the way, some of the Muslims say, well, we do not practice, this is not the real practice of Sharia, cutting his hand and feet. Excuse me? Cutting the hand is the teaching of the Quran. Stoning the adulterer is the teaching of Islam. And all what you reject about the covering from head to toe, it is Allah command in the Quran. Get our video, Women in Islam, and see the truth for yourself. But what I'm worried about is when they practice Islamic law, the final goal is only Muslim live. Otherwise, we will kill you. That's what I'm worried about. We told you earlier, Obama is working hard to bring Muslim to power. Don't be surprised, America. Don't be surprised when you pick up your phone and dial FBI, and the gentleman in the other line say, hello, this is Muhammad with FBI. How can I help you? Or you dial a number for CIA. Hello, this is Fatma with CIA. How can I help you? Or maybe you dial some number for the Homeland Security, and he answers the phone and say, hello, this is Kareem. How can I help you? Here it is, America. Watch Kareem. Another Muslim Obama hired for power in America. We literally right now are hiring the fox to watch for the chicken.
Kareem Shora was the National Executive Director of ADC, serving 10 years in the American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee, appointed as Senior Policy Advisor for the U.S. Department of Homeland Security.
Isn't that wonderful? Now, the next guy I'm going to show you his picture and tell you about him. Obama is bragging about him. And he said, Arafat is a smart, good Muslim man. He memorized the Quran. So Obama knows that the next gentleman memorized the verses which I just quoted you. And by the way, I only quoted you what? 15, 18 verses? There's 330 more verses, same language all over the Quran. Read the Quran, America. You don't have even to read my translation. Read any translation. I know there's 20 other English translations outside there who are sugar-coated. I don't care how much sugar they can put on the book. The verses teach hate all over their translation. Let's look about Arafat.
Atif Al-Kahan, the former deputy mayor of Los Angeles, was appointed as Assistant Secretary for the Office of Policy Development at the Department of Homeland Security.
But don't forget, Arafat Al-Kahan is a good Muslim. He memorized the Quran. How about this next person here?
Sami al-Adin pled guilty to conspiracy to help a specially designated terrorist organization, the Palestinian Islamic Jihad.
This guy from Florida, my state. He pled guilty. I am guilty. I got money from America, and we supported jihad overseas. Oh, let's look at this other gentleman who hired by Obama to be the gentleman to present the Muslim in the world, America to the Muslim of the world. Listen to this guy, and what does he think of Sami al-Arini? Here you go. His name is Rashad Hassan. It's amazing. All the Muslim Obama put in power, Hassan and Hussein and Hassan and all this wonderful name, which is Obama's middle name. What Rashad Hassan said about Sami al-Arini?
Rashad Hussain, Obama's Islamic envoy, calling Sami al-Arin the victim of politically motivated persecutions.
Yes, indeed. He's a victim. He didn't have all the way what he wanted. He have not practiced what Allah commanded him in the Quran or what Muhammad commanded him in the Hadith. Give him some freedom so he can do some more. Now listen, this very important picture here. This is a wonderful American woman. You know, you look at her, beautiful picture, the blonde hair, beautiful eyes, colorful eyes, makeup, beautiful girl, Jamie. And look at the next picture. That is Jamie. What did she name herself? Jamie Jihad, or Jihad Jamie. How about this next picture here? Another wonderful American lady, and Larissa here is beautiful. You see, also she fixed her hair in a modest style we have in America here, makeup and everything. Oh, here she is, Jihad Jane. And that's what I'm worried about, America. I'm not worried about the Muslim who come from overseas. I'm worried about the enemy from within. The American who becoming Muslim and becoming jihadists every day in this country. These are your children and your grandchildren to come. They are the ones who are going to destroy this country. Simply because they joined Islam. Simply because they got affected with the cancer of Islam. What Allah taught them in the Quran, what Muhammad taught them in the Hadith. They are true believers and they're following what they need to do. They're doing exactly what Allah and Muhammad command them to do. And that is the problem for the future of our country. So much stuff is happening for Muslim in America. They're doing too much stuff. And we cannot know anything about unless it leaks. Our media are covering up for Muslims. Why? Why we're doing that? Why we're destroying our country by ourselves? Listen carefully to this slide.
The U.S. Army is investigating allegations that soldiers were attempting to poison the food supply at Fort Jackson in South Carolina. 5 suspects detained in December were part of an Arabic translation program called O9 Lima and use Arabic as their first language. 2 sources told Fox News. Another military source said they were Muslim. It wasn't clear whether they were still being held.
They're here to destroy us, and we are making them, we give them every important job. I mean, don't you think there are any Christian in America who speak Arabic? Thousands of them. But most likely, the Muslim will get the job to translate more than the Christian in America. How about this next slide?
Obama signs executive order presidential determination allowing Palestinians loyal to Hamas to resettle in the United States.
That's the first executive order Obama signed on the 27th of January, just after he get into the office. He spent $20.3 million to bring Hamas from Gaza to America. Can you imagine that with me? We're bringing the people who are supposed to fight there to live here in America. And they are living right now in America. And they are paid by your tax money as they live under warfare. Then Obama sent $900 million with Hillary to the people of Gaza to remodel Gaza. She gave the money to them in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt. And then we're paying $15,000 for every truck. Just to Taliban. We give money to Taliban. The people were supposed to be fighting. The people were supposed to be killing. We're giving them $15,000 just to allow our trucks to go through their land. And then we spend another $400 million in Gaza because the $900 million was not big enough. They need a little bit more money to the Palestinian of Gaza. And then Obama lately, this is one of the funniest things. I never even dreamed to see something like that. He want to give credit to the Muslim for the NASA program. You know what Muslims have invented the last 1400 years? The zero. Literally, they invented zero. And that's why they should get credit for our NASA programs. But remember, every time one of the shuttle hit or one of these airplane go out space, they count 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. That's why they need the credit for it. We're trying to appease a Muslim by giving them everything we can give them. Why are we doing that? I don't know. Maybe because Obama is a committed Christian man and he's trying to do everything to prove his love to his fellow Muslim believers.